Hello Scorpio, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 22nd, 2017. And a quick reminder for you Scorpio people, if you ever did want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. You can follow the links below. There's a self-scheduling application on that website where you can schedule yourself, or you can order a downloadable video file. So what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, when it comes to your astrology this week, we've got a lot of focus on Venus. Venus is the star of the show. And remember, it's moving through Aries, your 6th house of work, reputation, and your physical health. And early on in the week, we've got the moon conjunct Venus in this area, and you may be finding out that credit is coming to you where it's been due for a long time. Because when Venus and the moon come together, they tend to fill a void. They tend to answer a prayer or a call in a good way. They tend to focus a little bit more on either promoting us or, again, giving us something back that sort of a chunk of us has been missing. Whether it's something that we got ignored for, or something people weren't noticing our hard work on, or credit we weren't getting. This could be happening at work, could be happening in any situation where you're doing work or service for other people. But it does look like a nice way for people to start actually recognizing the good of your work, your good hard work. Later on in the week, we've got Venus forming a 10th square to Pluto, currently retrograde, in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And Venus square to Pluto retrograde can indicate a dicey conversation that may be coming up here with an old friend, an old cohort, or possibly even a sibling or a cousin, about an issue that is over and done and dead. But for some reason, this person just will not let it go. If you want to be charitable and hash it out with them, and in hopes that it gives them some kind of cathartic therapy, that's on you. But I want you to understand that this person is digging up the past, and usually with Pluto retrograde, it's a long time ago. We may not necessarily even be the same people, much less in the same place where we could actually do that issue justice. And it may be better to try and find a way to heal this another way than try and tear open old wounds just to show people that we have them too. When it comes to your spiritual advice this week, we do have the card of the Oath. And this card does talk a lot about pledges, pacts, and promises as well, but the Oath card is saying be careful this week. A lot of people may be coming back to, check in on you to see if you're willing and able to still make good on a promise or a pact that you have made. And pay attention this week, pacts and promises that you do make are actually going to end up, they're going to keep. There's no such thing as an idle promise when you get this card. Everything's as good as a blood vow. So be careful about what you do, don't accept, declare, and don't declare. If you suddenly decide you want to kick somebody out of their life, they may go away for good, and you were only doing it because you were angry. However, at the same time, you can also expect people to keep their pledges and promises for you, so there is always a good spin when it comes to this card. This can indicate a situation where if you're needing somebody to give you advice you can trust, or maybe to even enlist somebody's help and they want to swear an oath of loyalty to you in whatever their fashion is, you can definitely know and be sure that that's what they're going to do, and keep it. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do the 10 of Pentacles reversed. This week is kind of interesting because I am seeing a bit of a slower week when it comes to finances, and a lot of you Scorpio people are going to need to pay attention to maybe, this is something that's just kind of drying up a little bit. Not forever though, okay? It could be seasonal, could be temporary, but we are seeing, a reduction, whether it's a reduction in hours at work, or a reduction in sales, and it does look to me like this is trying to grant you some extra space. If you do live in the US, of course, it's Memorial Day weekend, so, people could be going out of town, people could be taking time off and not necessarily actually spending money elsewheres. And if you feel like that might be slowing business down a little bit, it might be a bit troublesome, you know what, again, the 10 of Pentacles reverse can often indicate a temporary downswing, but not something long-term. For those of you looking for new work, the 10 of Pentacles reverse can indicate the next job that you get, the next job that you find, again, may be a little bit off the mark in terms of quantity of work and of pay. It's still a good card if you're willing to take anything, but the 10 of Pentacles reverse says it may be some time before this goes and hits exactly the right number that you've been looking for. If you want to keep your options open, that is totally fine. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we've got the 4 of Pentacles upright. And the 4 of Pentacles is kind of interesting because it does talk again about somebody who is holding on tightly to something that they probably would be better off releasing. And this could be a situation, again, that we saw with the astrology. You know, somebody that we used to know, somebody we used to hang out with very frequently, spend time with very frequently, is still stuck in either in the past, or they're just now coming around to the idea of actually working on their own personal, you know, emotions and therapy. And with the Four of Pentacles, it can indicate there's a reluctance on this person's part to get over something. One of the things I've kind of noticed with the Four of Pentacles, you know, in situations like this, is that people sometimes feel that getting over something means it doesn't matter, or that if they don't freak out about it, then it's not validating it. And that might be a problem that this person has. Now, the thing is that there is a way to validate these emotions, and again, go through that if you want to. But at the same time, it's important not to match their behavior. You know, don't reflect that back. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Lover's card upright. We're talking about oaths, we talk about promises, we talk about pacts, things that we said we were going to do, places we said we were going to be. And the Lover's card upright is saying, again, there may be something holding us to it. This may also be not even actually talking about something you did in the past. The Lover's card upright may say that your challenge this week may be actually finally settling and making a commitment with to or for a person that we have still been waffling on, but the time to do or not do has come. We can't, you know, procrastinate this anymore. You know, if you have been the one who's been waffling, if you've been the one who's been like, I don't know, I'll get back to you, I'm still thinking about it, I'm still weighing my options and things like that, I'm sorry, the time has come, Scorpio. And you're a Scorpio, for goodness sake, act like it. You know, when it comes to the Lover's card, it can often indicate a need to just kind of, you know, you will feel better once you said yes or no, once it's a done deal. You just gotta be okay with letting it be a done deal. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Tower card upright. Not exactly an easy card to have, because it does indicate, you know, a sudden alteration, explosion, or ending in energy when it comes to our love life. Now, hold on. When it comes to with the Tower card, you know, it could be actually a very good thing. Sometimes we see good things come in a crazy way, and this could be what's going on when it comes to those of you who are single and looking. Somebody who could come and just kind of blow your whole environment out of the water, your whole schedule out of the water. However, with the Tower card, something is ending for this beginning. Now, I always try and draw extra cards just so we can kind of get some context, because if we miss context, this is going to be all the more crazy and uncomfortable. Now, as far as what's blowing up and what's ending, we've got the Hangman. Okay, so the Hangman can often indicate, again, a situation where a person has decided to abstain, they're weighing their options, they're staying on the fence, you know, and somebody's coming off the fence. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a crush, maybe it's you, and that does create the Tower, because the Ace of Pentacles reversed is saying that something is either going to be delayed or possibly cancelled due to a person realizing something else that makes them unable to either, you know, proceed or unable to contribute to whatever it is you guys are working on. Maybe we were planning on a move, but, you know, our partner was waffling because they didn't know what their finances were going to look like, and unfortunately we may have to put that off some. Maybe we're waiting on getting something else initiated, and again, somebody's waiting for everything else to stack up, and it's not stacking up fast enough. The Tower card upright could indicate we go ahead and do this without our partner, we let them catch up later, or we decide to suspend it indefinitely. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.